What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another Red Star Orb opening video and character review. I'm sure you guys have seen it by now, but in today's most recent video, Colleen Wing finally cuts into the battle with her new Heroes for Hire allied team. So with that being said, you can see her main strength is going to be having that high health, focus, and damage, and she's going to bring on board large attacks that can occur coherently with her passive and counterattack, as well as applying a lot of bleed. They're going to be mainly known for a new Alliance War team that we can utilize for not only offense, but as well as defense. So definitely going to take a look here today. You can see now with the extra increase in percentage, we're going to fully take advantage of the fact that she does get an increase in the Red Star Orb opening. So always got to remind you guys before we get started, just double check when you're going through here that, although Colleen Wing is, showing on the icon, always make sure that her statistic here is actually showing that extra increase in 15%. So I'm just going to go here real quick, scroll to the bottom, and then you can see that there is an increase in the 15%, so therefore it is quite effective. We'll start off by opening 5 here because the main goal is going to be aiming for that 2 red or 3 red, and I would be quite happy with that, but let's just see how our drops go here. So first and foremost, just a green right now, duplicates. We may want to use an elite, but let's see how we do so far. Oh wow, got excited there with the 4 red, and you know what, that is an upgrade, so that's nice to see there. But ideally a 2 red or a 3 red would be good. That's 3 orbs open now. Let's just open a couple more here. Oh wow, a 4 red on Bishop. You know what, I'm not gonna complain there. 2 purple so far, so even though the run hasn't been ideal for me in terms of getting Colleen Wing, got the 2 red, so that did meet my goal there. And let's see here, we do actually have 8 orbs left, so you know what, let's just open 3 more just to get that clean number there, see if we can hit the 3 red, and if not, that's quite alright because at least we were able to get the 2. And I'll probably likely open more throughout the week depending on how much orbs I get, but it is what it is. I do want to start preserving my red orbs again just because most of them have been used for Kestrel, so that's quite alright with me. You know what, we have the 5 left. You know what, let's just go ahead and just use the rest. You know why? Because you never know. Oh my goodness, super lucky there with the 4 red. It only costed me an extra orb. Wow, so it actually worked out for me. I'm glad I just decided to do 1 more. So 4 red is more than what I was looking for in my goal there, so that's amazing. Let's go ahead and take a look at her kit because this new Heroes for Hire team is going to be very, very potent just based on what I've seen in the changes. So starting off here, Colleen Wing, her basic attack, Katana Slash. Absolutely love what she's going to bring to the table, especially if you guys follow the lore and the comics. But you can see here with this attack, she's going to apply for 100% damage plus bleed. Her signature trait is going to be the bleed. You can see on war defense when this character does perform a counterattack or assist, really reacting to the attack from an enemy, they're going to also apply additional bleed. As we go ahead and level up this ability, she's going to get an increase in damage. And to be quite honest, I don't know if I would recommend T4ing this basic, just because you can see the really notable difference is getting that same consistent damage, but as well as applying 2 bleed instead of 1. You're going to see her rest of her abilities does already apply the bleed, so for that reason alone, I don't know if I would T4 this just yet. I need to take a look at the rest of her kit to decide. Next, her special ability here, Fearsome Strikes, attacks the primary target for 70%, again, applying that bleed. And if she has additional Heroes for Hire allies on her team, she's going to gain deflect and have an increase in the 30% piercing for each. On top of that, on war defense, you can see here that this is where it's going to be notable, right? This attack targets the enemy with the highest damage instead of the primary, ignoring the taunt and stealth and gaining 1,000% extra focus. So on war defense, she's really just going to be aiming for the enemies that have the highest damage, reacting to the AI and whoever is attacking us on the team. As we level up this ability, the deflect will increase. She's going to also increase it to an additional bleed here, as you can see. And then last but not least, if we were to level this up to level 6, the total is going to be 3 deflects and 3 bleeds. If you were to T4 this, you can see here that the damage not only increases by 70%, but as well, there's going to be 4 bleeds in total. So definitely for that reason, having 4 bleeds is extremely, extremely fearsome. I would consider T4ing this ability just to really increase that overall damage to whomever is attacking, but as well as really taking down that high damage dealer in Alliance War defense. Next, Samurai Flash Ultimate is her ability. You can see here, once again, she attacks enemies with that piercing damage. On top of that, if any enemy is a target, any target is a protector, this attack does actually gain additional damage, you can see, as well, once again, having that bleed. The nice thing about this ability is that regardless if they're a protector or not, the heal block is going to apply, so it's really going to be here to stop enemies from really being able to have that opportunity to heal themselves. Really, if they don't have a cleanse, they're going to have a tough time getting through this ability. You can see as we level up the ability here, with the level 3 all the way to the level 5 and level 6, the bleeds do increase as well to the protectors, and as well as the piercing damage, which is pretty notable for us, especially when we're going to be doing a lot of damage for our fellow Heroes for Hire team. Last but not least, the T4 here is applying and extending that heal block for 2 whole turns as opposed to 1, as well as the increase in damage. For that reason, the heal block for me is actually warranted enough to be able to T4. So 100% I would recommend T4ing this if you guys are especially utilizing this and hoping this is going to become the new top 5 team for Alliance War defense. For sure, not being able to heal really does put a setback on our gameplay. So that's why it's really huge, especially if you don't have a character that can cleanse, right? So far, liking the damage she's bringing, liking what she's bringing to the table in terms of her overall damage output, and she's going to be a high HP target as well, so really nice. The last thing to really tie it all together, Daimyo Lineage. For this, on end of any Heroes for Hire ally turn, she also has a chance to actually attack the most, essentially the weakest enemy, right, for 100% damage. On top of that, once again, that 30% piercing for each additional Heroes for Hire ally. So really, it's going to be huge depending on how many characters you have that can fit in your current stat here. And on top of that, it does once again ignore the taunt and stealth and gaining deflect, and on ward defense, this attack always lands. So I mean, instead of that 25% chance, it's actually always going to stick. Next, we're also going to see that on ward defense, she's also going to have the opportunity to, if she has full health, and not charged, she's going to gain 2 charges. And at the end of the turn, if she's charged and below that 50% health threshold, she's really going to be able to clear all the negative conditions on herself as well as healing. So right off the bat, she's going to get 2 charges. And as well, you can see that once it's taken off, she's going to get essentially a boatload of benefits. Offense up, healing, cleansing, deflects, death proof. And as well as when she is charged, she's going to gain that revive on death and gaining additional 10% damage, 10% reduction, as well as increased resistance per charge. Absolutely crazy here. Really, she's going to have effects when she's utilizing those charges and when those charges are actually being removed off of her. So really making this team quite potent. And keep in mind, this passive is actually consistent. These are the changes that have been added to the recently reworked Luke Cage as well as Iron Fist. So it's not just going to be Colleen here. And you can see as we level this up, she's going to gain additional deflect and assist now, especially if Misty Knight is on the team. And in her previous notable abilities, Misty Knight is the reason that the attack becomes unavoidable, right? So it's absolutely huge to have her on the team. On enemy death, this character also has 2 or more allies. You're going to see that she's also able to apply the offense down. For that reason, we got to level this up because essentially it becomes really similar to really working with a mixture of yo-yo and stream. But especially if the enemy dies, that's really where it's going to start getting very potent. So for us as guys attacking this defense team, we have to be notable in mind of really ensuring our allies stay alive, because if they don't, they're going to keep hammering down on us, especially with the offense down and bleeds. And if you were to increase this all the way to level 4, you can see we can gain a total of increase overall damage, as well as really providing extra piercing for the rest of the allies on our team. Last but not least, this passive is once again notable. You can see that by T4ing this, we actually get an increase of 100%, which is very significant to not only the most injured enemy, but while she has deflect, she's going to get the 100% chance to counterattack, as well as an extra 20% block. Absolutely huge here. Once again, I definitely would recommend this T4 because it really ensures that she guarantees her attack, especially with the counterattack as well. It means she's really going to counterattack every time she gets attacked, especially with the deflect. And that 100% is very notable because you can see here that, you know, we only get that 100% at the very beginning here, and then the piercing, and that's really where it stops. But this essentially doubles her damage, and as well that piercing again for Heroes for Hire ally on her team. overall, very potent team, you guys. I can't say enough right now. That's the 3 possible 4 T4s I would recommend. Her kit looks strong. The new Heroes for Hire is a very scary team right now in terms of just reading it on paper, not really seeing them on action. 100%, they're going to be a top Alliance War team. You know, I would say the one thing to mention is if you guys aren't into Alliance War too much, then I would just hold back on these abilities and upgrades, because they're truly going to shine really with the Alliance War. Outside of Alliance, I need to see how they do overall in the other aspects of the game mode, just because you can see here with that passive that I mentioned, it is actually only effective during war. So I mean, this is a really big thing for this team. Outside of that, you know, there's other characters and other teams that do better things in terms of raids and as well as Dark Dimension and so forth. But definitely, this is a war team, and if you guys are very serious about war, it's going to replace the top meta for sure. So overall, I'm liking the kit. I'm liking what they're doing with the revamped defenders here. It's nice to see some love back to the Marvel Comics with respect to this team, and we still have to take a look at Misty Knight when she's out in the game as well. So that being said, hope this video was entertaining for you guys. Hope you guys were able to get a quick glimpse of Colleen Wing. Can't wait to see what she brings to the table. As always, do appreciate you guys checking out my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.